After joy comes peace. Peace, I would argue, is one of the most important fruits of the Spirit, mostly because of everything it encompasses. What peace is the ability to celebrate and value the goods between either two people, a relationship, with many different things, any sort of connection between things. It's to value and appreciate the goods and to work through the bads without letting it become immoral and without letting it split you up. When we think of peace, we mostly think of times of war, peace between nations or groups of people, but peace is a lot more than just that. It's not just groups of people, it can be individual people. It could be a man in one's mind. It could be a man in their body. Peace can happen in many different places, and it's very important to have that. Because out of peace comes the ability to love and to respect other people. The opposite of peace is conflict. Conflict ignores that respect and that value for people. It throws it out the window entirely and ignores it entirely. It's all about selfish desires, usually to be right or to prove a point. Peace is inherently selfless. It is not about what you think and what you feel. It's how to connect other people and how to connect other things. How to maintain their relationship. While conflict is the opposite. Conflict is all about you, what you want, what you think is right, and what you want to happen. We see this a lot, and it gets awful in conflict, especially between two nations in war. But we also see that between people. It could be drama and gossip and hate for each other. That's where hate stems from a lot of the time. And it can even cause conflict in the mind of one or even one's body. Through the mind, it can cause lots of mental illness, a lot of disturbances to them. And the body can cause all sorts of disease, everything can go wrong. It's important to have peace between all of this. The way you achieve peace in many different ways is entirely unique to the subject at hand. The way you achieve peace between two people is going to be different between how you achieve peace between yourself and your mind. Same way it's going to be different from how you sell peace between two groups of people. A lot of it all stems from respect, though. And again, as I described earlier, selflessness, not selfishness. When it becomes between two nations, it's important to recognize where this conflict is stemming from and how to find a compromise. Lots of times that can get pretty darn awful. A lot of really innocent people die for the actions and thoughts of a few people in power who have no risk of it at all. That war is a very complicated and touchy subject, especially moral-wise. But it is important to remember how peace is of God and conflict is the opposite of Him. The way we get to it is very, very complicated, but it all stems from where the conflict comes from and that respect and selflessness that we need. When it comes to that peace between two different people, you need to be able to respect who they are, to acknowledge who they are, obviously, with that respect, but also to love them and to care for them. You need both of that to achieve peace and to overcome conflict. You'd be surprised how much conflict arises just from selfish desires between people, a lot of using people as well. It is important to have direct communication and understanding between each other in order to achieve peace. Peace between one and one's body is a lot different than a relationship. Obviously, all relationships are unique. A lot of them are very similar, but all are unique in the way that they're handled, in the way that they grow, and the way they fall apart as well. Between the body is much different, but we have to remember, God gave us these bodies, and we only got one. It is important to take care of them as much as we can, to live healthy and happy lives. The longer we live, the more time we have to spread God's word and to save more people. These bodies aren't us, but they're the vessels that we've been blessed with and we must take care of. So yeah, it's basically me telling you just start working out. I need to listen to that as well. That's not just the root problem or solution. There's a lot of issues people run into, But again, it's important to recognize where it comes from, and from there, we can go off of that. A lot of times it will be confusing, but you have to remember there's nothing that God can't handle. He's healed the sick many times. I'm not sure how He'll do it through you, but I know He can. I trust that He will. That faith in God is most important, especially for achieving peace, even between you and your own body. Peace between one's minds will help give you mental clarity and help you be much less afraid, much less angry, much less sad. Give you a lot of good feelings as well, and be able to help you think clearly and live clearly as well. You can understand God's word much better when you have peace of mind. Your days would be a lot easier when you do have peace of mind as well. I can't tell you where a lot of this stems from. This is a similar topic to what I talked about in joy. A lot of the mental diseases and issues that people deal with come from plenty different places, and it's very hard to describe where they might come from and how to fix them. It is important to recognize, though, that from the cause, that's where we usually find the solution. And the most important is to remember that no matter what, God can help you, and He wants to help you. Some people might not get miraculous healing for issues with mental health. I've heard plenty of stories where people have. They've had mental issues for their whole life, a lot of anxiety and depression holding them down, even suicidal thoughts and actions. They've had these awful things in their life, and they turned to God and He healed them. That's wonderful. I'm so glad for those people they found healing through Christ. And unfortunately, there are some people who haven't had that miraculous healing. I myself am one as well, at least to my knowledge. I still struggle through a lot of it, and it holds me down a lot. I have no problem admitting that. But I don't doubt God's ability to heal me, though. I don't understand the way He's going to, but I do know that He can, and He wants to help me. And He's been working through my life in many different ways. And I think a lot of times we just aren't meant to have the miraculous healing like others are. God knows the best plan for each and every single one of us and how to achieve that perfect peace of mind that we all need and desire and work toward. I don't know the best plan. I most certainly do not. But I know that God does, and I trust Him. I hope we all have a much better understanding of what that peace truly means. The all-encompassing subject of peace, and how it's not just between people, it's between many different things, and how important it is to have peace. Without peace, we struggle with communication and respect, and a lot of times we think mostly of ourselves. In order to achieve that peace, we need to look toward God and follow His example, especially in valuing other people just as much and even more than we value ourselves. Everyone is unique and everyone is loved equally by God. We should do the same thing. Express that love for other people, and that's how we will achieve peace. There might be some people who don't ever seem to want peace with you. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, they just can't seem to really get into that whole digging you part, the whole loving you part. Unfortunately, that is on their own mission and their own issues. We can't control other people. The only thing that we control is ourselves, our actions, our thoughts, and our words. We will not be judged by how other people treat us, only by how we treat other people. And that is what we must worry about and work toward. When we have other people who don't want peace with us, unfortunately, you might have to get rid of them. I don't mean kill them. That's not what I meant. I mean take them out of your life in a much more peaceful way and less violent way. We don't need to settle for abuse and for hate. If people truly want to change, then you should do the work toward mending relationships, to mending pain and having that forgiveness for other people. But it's important to recognize when people don't want that. There's no reason we should be going through extra abuse and hatred and pain when we don't have to. That peace is very important between all of us. I hope you have a much better understanding after watching and listening to this video. Thank you, and God bless.